to welcome you all to the webinar this morning, and thank you for joining us. Today we have Jason Krapp with Peplink, and he'll be presenting the webinar. If you have any questions, please input them in the question box, and Jason will answer them at the conclusion of the webinar. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and let Jason take over. I hope everybody enjoys.
Thanks, Crystal. I just want to welcome everybody to today's webinar. We have some new products coming out, new additions to the Peplink PepWave family that we want to share with everyone that I think are definitely going to make an impact and new solutions to offer down the road. First off, just a little bit about ourselves. Who we are, Peplink was founded in 2005, and we have offices all over the world. Currently with about 90 employees, and we're at 75 full-time research and development engineers on staff. Peplink's always focused strictly on the multi-WAN products as well as a bonded VPN solution to offer. And it's all 100% in-house. Engineering, hardware, software, mechanical, RF, you name it. PepWave is our sister company that focuses more so on commercial Wi-Fi products as well as solutions. Now the reason we're here, we have some new solutions that we do want to talk to everyone on the market with. The Peplink MediaFast, which is our web caching router to speed up your network. Fusion Hub, which is our virtual machine instance that allows for speed fusion. The AP Pro family, there's numerous Wi-Fi gear improvements and options now available. And then finally, the Max HD2 Mini as well as the HD4. New additions to the Max family means you have more options out in the field. First up, MediaFast. Lightning fast content delivery and a whole lot more. So what is MediaFast? What this is our supercharged content caching and all-in-one mobile development management solution that was really designed with education and entertainment deployments in mind. What this does is it allows you to download and buffer video, audio, iTunes information, web traffic, and other content for uninterrupted learning and fun anytime, even with a poor internet connection. Well, that sounds good, but what does this actually mean? Well, first up, it allows you to free up network resources by scheduling those large file transfers off-peak and then play back that cache content anytime without impacting the bottom line. You need HD video or other content in places that don't have great internet? No problem. Download it whenever and wherever the internet is best and then set up in the location ready to go smoothly. The MediaFast is Speed Fusion unlockable to really supercharge your existing internet connections, and you do have the ability to manage the PepWave AP family directly from the MediaFast GUI via the built-in AP controller. Basically, fast and easy access to the content you need right now. Let's talk about some of the applications in mind for MediaFast education first and foremost. What you can do with the MediaFast is set it to cache video, audio, web traffic, iTunes information, TED, and content from really anywhere, as well as caching textbooks, apps, iOS updates for use with unlimited devices, and you have the ability to push that content out to your students with the AP1. Manage everything with the built-in AP controller or from the cloud with our InControl 2 cloud-based management platform. The MediaFast can also easily be slotted into a pre-existing WLAN network as well. Let the MediaFast be an MDM device for all your iOS devices. Straight from the GUI, you're able to get iOS details information, including the OS, battery levels, storage available, as well as install or remove apps from the devices, as well as set usage restrictions straight from the MediaFast. You do also have the ability to lock down and erase lost or stolen iOS devices straight from the MediaFast, as well as enabling AirPlay, AirPrint, or other Bonjour services to make them available to your deployment. Remote site deployments is also another great application for the MediaFast device. For example, retail devices, you can make pre-downloaded content available to those sites without racking up huge internet bills by doing it again at off-peak hours. Digital signage on the road is a great way to go. hit the road with preloaded ads, demos, websites, and more, all set up and ready to go without hassle. And especially first responders, having that quick interrupted access to crucial intelligence in emergency and other mission-critical applications without the need of worrying internet setup and the like. Let's break down the family in kind. First off, we do have the HD2 and HD4 with MediaFast built into it. This is, again, primarily targeted at a mobile command vehicle hotspot. You have 2 or 4 embedded 4G LTE modems, 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, as well as a USB available for the WAN. They are 80 megs bidirectional throughput with built-in Wi-Fi, 802.11 ABGNN. That's both inside and outside, WAN and AP. The MediaFast disk drive is a 120 gig SSD drive that lets you access, which is rated for throughput rather at 150 megs. So again, quick and easy access. And again, you do have the ability to control up to 10 APs via the built-in AP controller. The MediaFast 200 is a great deployment for a branch office. You have up to 2 gigabit Ethernet available as well as a USB. It's again rated for 80 megs bidirectional throughput. And it is simultaneous dual band ABGNN AP, so Wi-Fi on the inside built in. The disk drive again is 120 gig SSD at 150 meg of throughput for it. And you do have the built-in AP controller that allows you to control 10 APs out of the box and then 50 with the full unlock. MediaFast 500A. School campus deployment is a great way to go. You again have up to 5 gigabit Ethernet as well as a USB for the WAN. 250 meg bidirectional throughput available. There's no built-in Wi-Fi. The disk drive again is 120 gig SSD, but this is 500 megs of throughput. And again, the AP controller will give you access, the ability to control 10 out of the box and up to 100 with the full controller unlock. And then MediaFast B, also a school campus deployment. You have 5 gigabit Ethernet out of the box along with the USB, 250 meg bidirectional throughput, no built-in Wi-Fi, but it's a 240 gig SSD built in, 500 megs of cache throughput, and again, 10 APs can be controlled out of the box and up to 100 with the full unlock. Great device, very, very excited. Moving on to the Pepwave AP Pro family, this gives you fast, reliable Wi-Fi in the harshest conditions out in the field. The advantage of the Pro is this. Number one, it's ruggedized enclosure made out of aircraft-grade aluminum, which gives you protection against the elements, hot, cold, or otherwise. Our True Power RF networking allows you to get maximum transmission power across all Wi-Fi channels, even at high data load. And these things are easy to manage, whether from the cloud via in-control or when paired up with a Peplink balance, the AP controller will allow you to monitor and manage anywhere in the world. The AP Pro is designed to take an absolute beating. Again, aircraft-grade aluminum ruggedized enclosure, which is sealed against dust and water. It can withstand temperatures from negative 46 to 65 degrees above Celsius. This thing is also protected against electrostatic discharges as well as electrical surges. Simply put, this thing will stay up and running where others are just going to fail. The True Power RF technology, as I mentioned, delivers maximum transmission power across all the channels, even when you have that thing at the highest data load, giving you reliable, fast connections at distances that are going to put other APs simply out of reach and to shame. Easily manageable anywhere in the world. The AP Pro family does work with the Peplink AP controller for a quick and simple deployment to an entire group of products. And if you're not on site, it doesn't matter. Manage it from the cloud via in-control. Click away. Whether you're on site or in the cloud, you can control these devices easily. Breaking down the family specs, as you can see, we've got 3 of them in the family. The AP Pro is our 802.11 BGNN MIMO-capable device. It's that theoretical 300 meg throughput. External antenna connections are 2 female LAN, and these are powered over Ethernet, standard 802.3 AF. These things are a beast in transmit power, 26 dBms on that 2.4. Next up is the AP Pro 300M. This is, again, 802.11an, or actually BGNN as well. MIMO with 300 meg theoretical, 2 female N-type external antenna mounts. And you do have the ability to power this device either over standard power over Ethernet, 802.3at, or it does have an external power connection for alternate devices. Some people have used solar panels and the like. It's a wide range of input, 10 to 30 volt DC. At 2.4 gig, it's again 26 dBm, and at 5 gigahertz, we're looking at 25 dBms for the transmit power. The AP Pro Duo, again, 802.11 ABGNN. It is 600 megs of theoretical throughput because it's got the 4 radios in play. Again, the female N-type external. You do have power over Ethernet at the 802.3at or 10 to 30 volts DC via the external connection, which you can see on that device on the right-hand side. 26 dBms at 2.4 and 25 dBms at 5 gigahertz transmit power. These things are a beast. Let's talk about the HD2 Mini and the HD4, the latest additions to the PepWave Max family. Starting first with some of the applications that we had in mind for the product. First up, unbreakable CCTV access as well as radio over IP. Basically, when you pair the HD2 Mini or the HD4 with via Speed Fusion, it creates that unbreakable high bandwidth connection, allowing you to use the multiple 4G LTE or 3G modems from different carriers at the same time, bonding those speeds together. Uninterrupted communication to your resources back at the data center. And then you're going at higher speeds with the combined throughput of all available connections in play. And if one of those connections does fail over, if you go out of coverage of one of the cellular carriers, Speed Fusion will instantly, seamlessly get you over to the remaining connections, so you're always on and uninterrupted. You do again have the ability to manage these products from the cloud via our InControl 2 platform, giving you management, monitoring, and reporting, and you can get such detailed information as vehicle speeds, cellular coverage for the area, and then be able to play route histories back in real time or in 24-hour chunks. Portable video streaming, especially with the HD2 Mini, is a great approach to take. Again, creating Speed Fusion back to your central location with the multiple 4G, 3G carriers. The smaller form factor of the HD2 Mini, as well as the ability to be powered via passive PoE, there's just less equipment to carry you, less cords to get tangled up out in the field and get you up quicker and easier. Then it's just a simple matter of you have you have your camera out in the field, streaming video through the HD2 Mini back to headquarters via Speed Fusion, whether it's a physical device or our VMware Instance Fusion Hub, which we'll touch on here in a moment, giving you, again, unbreakable high bandwidth VPN connections that you can take advantage of fully. Connectivity at sea, great approach to take, especially with the HD4. Because you have the 4 LTE or 3G modems in place, it gives you a reduced cost out of the box, especially when compared to the normal connectivity standard VSAT when you're out at sea. The HD4 does have models that support both the U.S. and international carriers built into the same device. So again, we're simplifying the network. The HD4, again, has the ability to automatically switch over to an existing VSAT connection if you go out of cell coverage. Again, we're putting it in a minority at that point and saving you money. And of course, the HD4's integrated AP controller allows you to remotely manage anywhere, anytime your PepWave AP network that you have in play. Specifications for both of the units. The HD2 Mini is, again, a great approach for a mobile command vehicle hotspot. You've got 2 4G LTE modems built into the device, as well as a gigabit Ethernet port and the USB for a 3G, 4G failover on that as well. No Wi-Fi built in. The small form factor prevents it, but this thing is rated for 200 megs bidirectional throughput and is capable of creating the PepVPN Speed Fusion back to your central location, and that's at 60 megs of bonded throughput. The HD4, also a great mobile command vehicle hotspot deployment with 4 4G LTE modems available, 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, and a USB in play. You do have built-in Wi-Fi, both WAN and LAN at 802.11 ABGNN, theoretical throughput limits of 300 megabits, which is also what the router is rated for, 300 megs bidirectional. Again, capable of PepVPN speed fusion at 120 megs of bonded throughput. Kind of the star of the show here, and one we're getting a whole bunch of attention on, is our Fusion Hub deployment, which is our Speed Fusion virtual appliance. What this means is it's a software appliance installed onto a virtual machine, which transforms it into a VPN server capable of Speed Fusion bonded connections to another endpoint, giving you a number of applications that we're about to go over. What is the benefit of bonding? Well, bonded throughput. You're increasing your overall network speed as well as maximizing the use of your WAN connections concurrently. Unsurpassed reliability, because you get a sub-second failover within the tunnel, and that does apply also to session persistent applications such as file transfers, VoIP, etc. This thing is highly secure. Traffic is encrypted via 256-bit AES military-grade encryption, and your traffic is distributed over all the WAN routes that you're designating to the tunnel. So even if by some quirk of fate they're able to get past encryption, they're only going to be able to see a portion of unusable data anyway because it's broken up on a packet level. What this allows you to do is to reduce your overall WAN cost instantly by migrating away from more expensive MPLS solutions to consumer-grade products bonded together within the tunnel. In some instances, that'll drop your cost up to 90%. Applications, high-speed streaming to a private cloud. What this means is you can enjoy Speed Fusion's increased speed as well as the unbreakable connection to access your cloud. This is great for VoIP deployments, CCTV deployments, etc. It also gives you the ability to standardize your IPs and security policies of all your outbound traffic. What you're doing is you're passing it through a central Fusion Hub server. This is perfect for multiple branch office organizations, getting everybody on the same scheme, getting everybody in the same policies by passing it through the cloud. Faster internet, of course, is another great way to take advantage of Fusion Hub. So what basically what you do is install Fusion Hub at a high bandwidth server, data center, etc., and then create Speed Fusion back to your local balance. Throughput's then really only limited by the server bandwidth in the data center and the combined WAN throughput on your local site. What this means is previously impossible speeds are absolutely possible, taking advantage of Speed Fusion via Fusion Hub. Speed Fusion as a service is something even a few of our partners are starting to dip their toe in. Basically, the way this works is, give your client their own Speed Fusion powered cloud server and install Fusion Hub on it as you need, and manage these things from the cloud via InControl 2. What this means is you're creating individual segmented Speed Fusion tunnels back to each organization, segmenting the traffic. They're not, not able to see the other locations, and streaming everything through your data center to have everybody win. It's a great approach. Fusion Hub system requirements. You do need to have a virtual CPU with a gig of virtual memory and storage. Currently, we've got this running on VMware, Citrix Zen server, as well as the Oracle VirtualBox. And then we're going to be adding more cloud services to this all the time. The big one being Amazon is what everybody is looking for. And you can try it today for free. We have a trial and evaluation guide available at the link below there, peplink.com/products/FusionHub. See for yourself how it works. This kind of brings me to the end of my presentation here. So to wrap up, you can see here some of the technology partners that Peplink is paired up with. I'm not going to read through all of them here, but you can certainly dig deeper on our website for it. Questions, as you can see, we've got coverage all over the world, ready and waiting. Teams are ready and waiting to certainly answer whatever you have in mind, in a good time frame. We're on all the social media platforms. We also have a very active forum community, forum.peplink.com. ask away. We're here to help. And then contact information both for our office here in the States as well as our international Hong Kong location. This brings me to the end of my presentation. I want to thank everybody again for letting me come in and discuss the Peplink solution and the new products and solutions we have offered. I am certainly available to answer whatever questions we may have.
All right, Jason, fantastic. Thank you. Let's go over our questions.
Sure.
All right. First question.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any issues with bonding two lines with different bandwidths together? For example, 5 megabits and 16.
Yes and no. Speed fusion works best with similar speed throughput, similar connections. Because you do lose about 10 to 15% of your overall speed off the top for the tunnel encryption, maintenance, and upkeep. If you're bonding a really fast to a really slow, the math alone, you can reduce your overall speed. Not impossible, and as a matter of fact, the approach in such a situation that we take is this, you have the ability within Speed Fusion to prioritize the connections as needed. By default, you're using everything equally, but you can, in this case, what I would recommend is setting the slower connection to a step down in priority. Priority 1 is default for the highest. Turn it to 2. So basically what you're doing then is still taking advantage of the faster speeds on your main connection, but if it fails, you're still getting session persistence to the slower connection. Sub-second failover still exists, but you're not, the math isn't going to be slowing down your overall throughput.
All right, perfect. The next question, how do I check if I have accurately bonded the two connections correctly?
There's a few ways to go about it. Within the GUI of the gear, you can take a look, excuse me, at the status information where you'll see throughput graphed out. You can also see the load on each of the connections. You do also have the ability, if the gear is registered with our InControl 2 platform, is to certainly monitor and manage it from the cloud as well.
Okay, perfect.
I hope I answered your question.
I guess we'll find out.
Sure.
Well, that was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for attending the webinar this morning. Excuse me. If you have any additional questions, feel free to contact us at sales@microcomtech.com. Jason's already given out all his information. If you wish to view any of the products mentioned here, you can visit us at www.microcom.us or contact your sales representative. This webinar will also be posted on Microcom Technologies YouTube channel for later review. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you very much, Crystal. And again, thanks to everybody for letting me come and talk to you today.